Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here today, and we have got the Ace Beaute Paletteopoly collection. I bought the whole PR box and everything, and I think it's just going to be so much fun to play the game and to put on a makeup look. And so anyway, I've already done my brows and got, you know, some foundation and things on, a little bit of lip gloss, but I want to show you the products, and if I can get the box open. Anyway, it fits on here kind of snug. Anyway, but the palette itself is just beautiful. Let me show you that first. Here's the packaging. And when you open it up, there is a nice big mirror. And here's all the pretty shades. So there's some pinks and blues, and then in the center you can see that there's some browns and purples and maroons, and then you got this whole row of like greenish gold type shades. Lots of shimmers, really pretty. Lots of mattes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shimmers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mattes. So just absolutely stunning. I am so excited about this palette. I love Ace Beaute and I love their products. I love their formulas. So also in the kit came the magnetic eyelashes. Bringing the fun back in makeup is their theme. So there's those. There was some stickers that came in the collection. A couple of cute little stickers. A butterfly and then there's the palette. How do you say this? Paletteopoly. Huh. Paletteopoly. There you go. Anyway, a whole fistful of lippies. So there's a couple of nudes. Love the nudes. So right up my alley. And then there's a couple of really bright shades too. There's a pink and a red. And they're on the verge of being like neon shades. So, and then there's a set of brushes. 4 eye brushes. Really cute brushes. Love the bright pink color of the packaging. It's amazing. And then you get this deck of cards where you basically play a game where it's like you make matches, and so you lay all the cards face down and you have to remember you turn up 2 cards at a time, and then if it's not a match you turn them back over, and you keep doing that until you get a match. And then once you get a match, then you know you mark down on the sheet, you know, what your crease color is, your outer corner shade, you know, the lid shade, the inner corner shade, and the lower lash line. And so then you get a score, and then if your score is, you know, 10 or more, then you go for the fuller, longer lashes, and if your score is less than 10, go for shorter, natural lashes. And then if your score card is also 10 or more, then you go for a bolder lip, and if it's less than 10, you go for a more nude lip. And so it's according to the score, and so there's like a value on each card, you know, then that's what determines the score. So anyway, there are 2 pairs of lashes in here. It looks like there's only 1, but there are 2. And so let me just open these up and show you. And you can see that one pair is more losing everything, is more dramatic than the other pair. The bottom pair is really super drama. I love it. So I have never really used magnetic lashes before, and so I'm thinking about like just doing that as a separate video, because I feel like, you know, I need to learn how to use them first. So for the game, I have seen different people just like single out the cards to keep from having to spend so much time playing, you know, the memory game, they single out the cards. And so since there is 2 of everything, you know, they just cut out the other half and just set those aside and just play with the single cards, and then they just draw, you know, like that. And so that is like a shortcut idea to the whole thing. And then I have seen other people just get into the palette and just play, which is really what I want to do today. So maybe I'll come back and you know, if I get a good combination one time, you know, I can share that with you guys. But for today, just for the sake of time, I want to put on some eyeshadow primer, and I want to do an eye look with you guys. And we're going to see where this takes us. So anyway, I'm going in with the Ace Beaute eyeshadow primer. This is in the shade Light. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to my lids, because I do want these shadows to stick to my eyeballs. Alright, so it doesn't take much of this eyeshadow primer. I love this eyeshadow primer. It is a beautiful product. It's sticky enough, but it's not super sticky, you know what I mean? And so anyway, you get just a beautiful result without having to fight patchiness or any of that kind of thing. And there's no need to set it down. Okay, so I'm just gonna get into this, and well, I'm dropping brushes. Hang on, y'all. Okay, I'm going to start with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this transition color right here. It's called Mullet. Real safe color. I'm just going to put a little wash of color right here in the crease. Take it pretty high up. There we go. All the way over to the corner, and extend it all the way out to the outer edge of my eye. And that way when I relax my eye, you can see, since I have hooded eyes, I want you to be able to see this color peeking through. So I'm just blending that up into the brow bone, just really light and easy. All right, so that's good right there. All right, now I want to go into the next shade here with a little bit smaller of a brush, and I'm going to go into this shade called Vogue. It's a really pretty, like a salmon kind of a pink. And I'm just going to put that in the crease right on top of where I just was working. And I'm not really going for a pink eye look today, but I wanted to try some shades that would go together. I just want to test out the formulas, which I really trust the Ace Beaute formulas, I really do. But I just wanted to test out these. I didn't want to come up with a crazy combination right off the bat. I wanted to be more in control of my choices. Okay, so basically that's what we've done, is we've like covered up everything that I just laid down on the transition with that shade right there. Okay, now for I want to go into this shade called Macarena. It's beautiful. it's in the brown row, but it's got a lot of like red and purple in it. So I'm just gonna put that right here in the crease. Low into the crease. And I'm going to kind of keep that somewhat contained. But you can see how, since it is so pigmented, it could smoke up really, really easy. All right, let me take that other fluffy brush, the one that I started with, and I'm just going to blend all of that together. So that's pretty. All right. Let's go underneath the lash line with the next shade down. It's called Big Hair. It's a really deep brown. It's really pretty. So just a little bit. And I'm just going to tap that in real tight along the lash line. And I'm going to take a little bit right here on the lower lid, on the upper lid, right here on this outer corner. And I'm going to connect the two right here in the corner of my eye. And just add a little dimension right here in the corner. There we go. And I'm just staying real tight right there in the corner. Okay, just going back over with what's left on the brush underneath the lash line to kind of soften and blur that a little bit. Not really smoking it out, but kind of smoking it out, just blurring it. I like soft looks. I like dramatic looks, but I like them to be soft. Okay, and just blending that. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now let's see. We've got to choose a shade for the lid. And this one right here, Material Girl, is calling my name. So let's start with this flat brush and see where that takes us. I don't see much product coming onto the brush. Let me use my finger. Sometimes shades can be so buttery, but they just work better with your finger. Isn't that stunning, y'all? Let me set that brush down. That is so pretty. Look how metallic that is. So I'm just bringing this up out of the crease, into the crease area just a little bit, because my eyes are so hooded. I just want to create the illusion of a bigger lid. And I'm carrying that all the way over into that dark shade that I laid down in the corner, that outer corner. Wow, what a dramatic effect. That is super pretty. There's like a purplish tone to that pink. It's really super pretty. Okay, so let's see here. I need something for the inner corner. I can't decide if I'm going to use Walkman or Queen. Let me set the palette down and swatch these. So there's those two, and Walkman is the lightest one, so I think that's the one I'm going to go with. So let's see what I can do here in this inner corner. Wow, look how metallic that is, y'all. That is really pretty. I feel like I want more of it to go like, let me try this brush right here. This is like a little stubby brush. Let's see if I can get it to pick up. And that way I can get right here in this corner better. Let me wet it down. Let's try some of this MAC Fix Plus. Whew. Alright, let's see what we can do here now. Sometimes you just need to wet the brush. Okay, I'm just swinging it around, and I'm putting a little bit right here on top of the around the tear duct area on the bottom lash line, just extending that corner on around. So I've got a little bit of cleanup there where my finger was too big and I got it down too far on the lower lash line, so I'm gonna have to clean that up, and then I will be back. Let me do the other eye and we'll put on some lashes. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and this is the finished look. I love it. It's very berry toned, and I put on some MAC extension mascara today, about 2-3 coats of that, and I just felt like it was enough, so I'm just skipping the lashes, and I just think that I'm satisfied. So anyway, for the lippy today, I decided to go in with the lip gloss that came in the set. I didn't realize that this was a lip gloss, and it has like some purple or pink type reflex in it, and I had a little bit of another product already on from a while ago, so I just left it on and I just topped the whole thing with lip gloss, and so I was happy with the way that that turned out. For blush and bronzer today, I went in with the Complex Culture Compact. This is called Power Player and Pink Slip, and there's the shades on that. And then I just kind of set everything down with a couple of little powders, and the highlighter today is from Makeup Revolution, or Revolution Pro, the luster highlighter in the shade Rose Gold. Here's the compact, and this is the shade of the highlighter, which has like a lot of pink reflect in it. I didn't do a brow bone highlight today. I just left it matte, and I didn't use any eyeliner because I felt like the shadow had created enough dimension. And anyway, I'm just kind of keeping it simple a little bit today. So anyway, I'm really happy with the look. The palette performed really nicely. The brushes that came in the set weren't quite enough for the eye look. I did reach for a couple more brushes, so these 2 brushes here I worked with in addition to these 4. This flat brush right here did not perform as well as I was hoping that it would with the shadows on the lid. So I wound up going in with my finger, and then I tried another brush for the inner corner highlight, and then I used a little bit of concealer on this brush right here, and then I wound up using it to kind of smooth things out with the inner corner highlight. So I had a struggle with the inner corner highlight. I felt like the shadow was it shows a lot of texture, and so I wasn't completely happy. I love the shades, and I love the way that a lot of times shimmers, when you put them on your lids and on your inner corner and stuff, it may seem kind of chalky or flaky, at first, and it's because it's so buttery that it just comes up so easy out of the pan. But once it has a chance to kind of marry with all the other shadow that you've got on your lid and your eyes and everything, then it smooths out and it looks a lot better. So that's what I'm hoping will happen today, but overall I love the look. I love the way that the shadows performed and the way that they melted together and blended together so easily. I can't wait to get into this again, and next time maybe work with the blues and the purples and see how they work together. But anyway, the pinks and the brownish tones just performed really well. I was tempted to go into that shade right there. It's called Fanny Pack. It's a really bright purple color, but anyway, I stayed right here today, and I felt like the pink mixed in with these brownish tones they created a really pretty berry toned look. So there's quite a bit of warmth in this palette, and I just feel like overall it's gonna do really good. These greenish tones mixed in with a couple of these browns is going to create some really pretty fall looks, I think. There's not an orange in the palette, but I can live without an orange. I think I can. But anyway, once I get into like this yellow right here and this gold right here and start mixing it with some of these browns, I'll be satisfied in the the fall warm type looks. And so anyway, this pink right here is a salmon pink, so there is a bit of warmth to it as well. It's not as cool toned as this shade, for example. So anyhow, I'm going to play around with this some more, create some looks with it, and so y'all stay tuned for all of that. I will come back and do the lashes as a separate video, because that's going to be a video all in itself, I believe. And at some point I probably may even play the game. It'll be fun to check it out and see just what kind of crazy look I could create. Maybe maybe I'll join in on someone's Wacky Wednesday collab or something. Anyway, this is gonna be fun though. But anyway, I was really glad that I got the whole PR kit. I do have the big box, and I will be saving it and everything. It's a collector, it's a collector's item. So, if you're a collector like me, you want to make sure that, you get as much out of the collection as possible. So anyway, Paletteopoly by Ace Beaute. But anyway, alright y'all, that's it for me today. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the look, about the palette, about the whole idea of the game, the lip gloss, whatever you want to talk about. I'll be chatting with you down there in the comments. And I appreciate you watching today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch my video, wherever you're at in the world, whatever time of day or night that you're at. I just want to say God bless you today is my prayer. I'll see you next time. Bye.